So in this video, Vignesh will share his journey. Now I wanted to come a little bit earlier to share a few things before Vignesh joins us and share his journey. How to clear PMP exam in 2021? What are the ways that anyone can clear PMP exam and how you should clear PMP exam? One of the most important thing that we should understand while working for PMP exam is that are we ready to prepare for it or not? Are we going to give a certain amount of time to PMP or not? And if we are going to give a certain amount of time to PMP, how much time we have to give? This is one of the most important thing you must decide if you are going to appear for the PMP exam. Secondly, what is your roadmap? How basically you want to clear you want to tackle the entire PMP exam. Now, someone asked me why the roadmap is important. You see, if you don't know where you are going, how you are going to reach there. So you must know what way you are going to use to reach there. What are the paths that you must follow? So let me share a tentative roadmap to you guys, which roadmap you can, of course, follow and you can clear the exam. So this roadmap is as of a more of a general roadmap, but you can follow for your roadmap. So in the meanwhile, Vignesh is with us. So Vignesh, first of all, congratulations on clearing PMP. I was just sharing this thing with the PMP aspirants that you need a roadmap to clear PMP. So before going into depth with you, what do you think about how much roadmap is important for the PMP preparation?
So before starting, sir, first of all, I need to thank you because I can't imagine without your push, your mentoring, your guidance, I would have not reached to this level. That's absolutely I can say that. So first of all, thanks to you before starting my point. So regarding this roadmap, yes, actually, when I was started this coaching with you, the batch 12, once the first week was over, you started giving this roadmap, and we all started following the roadmap. So roadmap is very, very important because that gives a clear plan for you how to go. Because if this the roadmap helped me a lot actually, and I was just following whatever the roadmap you have established, that 50 questions for each process, each topics what you have done, and the root cause analysis. You are clearly defined how many hours it will take for this exam, how many hours it will take for the root cause analysis. All these things I have followed, and I was updating, and also I'm sharing then and there the status with you, the roadmap, and that was really, really helpful, and it is must for every PAP aspirant, because otherwise you cannot track where you are. So that is very important actually.
Now, interestingly, Vignesh, one thing I really loved about the Vignesh, there are very few students who follow the roadmap religiously like he followed. How he followed basically. So he used to talk. He used to say on daily basis, "Hello." I remember now. Hello, good morning. So sir, this is my update. So this was a very traditional way when Vignesh, of course, Vignesh was not doing it for daily basis. Some days he needed a push from my side, and whenever he needed a push, I was always there to keep him pushed. And Vignesh, as you were saying, this is before you joined. I was saying few things like how much roadmap is important. So this is a roadmap I used with the Vignesh. I have elaborated it further on. I did few things. So you need to make a roadmap. Okay, Vignesh, coming back to a traditional way, first of all, congratulations on clearing PMP from the entire PMI community. So, Vignesh, am I
Thank you, sir.
audible?
Yes, I'm clear. You are audible, sir. Thank you. Thanks.
So,
Yeah.
Vignesh, today while I was typing there, I was kind of smiling. You are 221 PMP of 221.
Okay.
Your PMP number is 221 of
Okay.
year 2021. So that's a lucky number
Okay.
in my sense.
Okay. Oh,
It's,
super. I didn't realize this actually. No, after you
yeah,
said only I can know that's.
yeah. I also didn't realize this while I was typing on LinkedIn, like making sure that everyone knows you cleared. So I realized, oh, Vignesh number is very cool number from the. Okay, Vignesh. So you have the mic. Please share your journey. Kindly.
Okay, sir. So, just as I said, like I was following completely what you said. That's the key I want to communicate to all the persons who are taking the coaching, the key aspirants who are part of your training or coaching. So I just blindly followed. Like you said, the roadmap for me, not for us, for the entire whoever is doing this PMP coaching with you. I just followed what you said, and till the last day, the last minute, I was just following. And I was messaging you like, what is my next step? What is my next step? And you said, even till the last day, you said, take one more 60 random question. Then I did it again. I didn't even say like, sir, I'm tired. But I did it, and then I said I was tired because I don't want to refuse that. Okay. Then you said, okay. So I followed whatever you said, and all your coaching, all your journey videos was very, very really helpful for me to clear this PMP exam. That is very, very. I can say that one of the important factor for me to clear this PMP exam. One is a journey video, then the second thing is the mocks, whatever you have given. That built me a confidence. The first time yesterday when I was sleeping, I was completely relaxed. When I was not having any tension. I thought I can do it. That's it. So that confidence I reached at that level. Even though whatever the marks that I was getting during the marks, it's okay. But I reached that confidence level because of the marks, whatever you have given. That's the second important thing. And the very important thing is that last minute you gave one cheat sheet. The, that was really, really awesome. Actually, I quickly did this quick review of that one, and it was just in front of me when I was taking the exam. Actually, and it was really helpful for me. So these three things. One is a journey video, your mocks, and also I have attended all your coaching class. I have not missed maybe one or two, maybe due to at the time I was taking some mock you have given. So that's the reason I would have missed your coaching call. So that's one of the thing I missed it, but I attended all your coaching calls. So all these things put forward made me to clear the PMP exam today. And and say today the PMP exam was I wouldn't say it is tough. It is quite easy after taking the mock, or I don't know what is the reason, but it was easy. But one thing I noticed in today's exam is that even there were another two PMP aspirant who was attending the exam along with me today. And even I got the same feedback that the question length was bit big. So the time taken to read this
They,
question
they cleared,
took.
they cleared the exam also.
They cleared the exam with full tension because after coming out, they were discussing. I left a 5 question, I left 6 question, but they cleared. They cleared it actually, fortunately, but they could not complete that whole 180 questions actually. So they were discussing, and just I came out and they were asking. I said, "Boss, I cleared. I did all the 180 questions." But as I said, like the length of the questions were a bit little longer. But since I took this prepcast, which you have given in the last 5 days, that helped me to quickly read the question, understand, and took the exam. And the main factor, which one of the thumb rule I followed blindly, is the elimination technique. What you said, that is really helped today. That elimination technique, because at one stage that I was having only the time to just read the last line, read the option, eliminate it, and just go with the right answer. I was in that stage at one point of time when I was doing the last 60 questions. So that elimination technique was really, really helpful this time. So I also recommend that all the members who are going to take the exam to really follow your principal thumb rule to attend the exam by doing this elimination technique.
Okay, okay. So now let's talk a little bit about the mocks since you mentioned the prepcast. You also did my six mocks, right?
Yes, yes. That is the first
So
thing I have did the mock.
how much they were relevant to the real exam?
Okay, so your gave actually, like when I said the mocks which I had taken from the Udemy mocks you have taken, it was really really helpful in when it comes to that subjective topic. Like for example, there were a lot of straight questions today in the exam where it was very very straightforward, where your Udemy mocks was very useful because it was really very helpful, because whatever I seen in your Udemy mock, it was little bit tricky, and it is very really helpful for everyone to start with that Udemy mock before going into the prepcast. And when coming to your question, it was almost close to that. I can say it was almost close to your mock, because there were certain questions like, for example, power grid or servant leadership questions, agile questions. Lot of agile questions which were today I have attended is close to your Udemy mock. So I can say, I can also recommend to everyone that first they have to start with your Udemy mock. That is very, very important, and they should not jump directly to prepcast, because the Udemy mock was really helpful for me, even to attend the prepcast. That was the base actually. So it was really helpful, sir. That Udemy mocks.
Okay, okay, okay. So let's talk about bit more about exam. So how was the exam? You have watched a lot of journeys. So how was the exam? What do you think?
Exam was, as I said in the beginning, it was quite, I won't say easy, or it is easy only for me, or I don't know, but it was very, very, I was comfortable attending that exam. One. And the second thing is that, the servant leadership mindset you told me, that is that helped me a lot, because many questions today in the exam came with a servant leadership question. So if a person who is going to take the exam, if he has the mindset of how the servant leadership mentality, he can, I can say, easily clear at least 40 to 50% of the question today. That was really helped me today, because there are certain questions when I attended, directly I can say that, okay, this is the servant leadership mentality, so I can directly take the question. Other four, other three, I can easily eliminate. That kind of certain questions came. So servant leadership, that mindset helped me one of the important point in today's exam. And there were many questions related to servant leadership mindset. So there were some questions saying that if you are a project manager, so what would you have done? Say, for example, the team performance is going down, then what you would have done that. So all these are related to the servant leadership mindset, and I was easily can attend this question based on that, keeping in the mind. Even the last day before, yesterday, when the last discussion I was having with you, you told me the same. Before taking the exam, the servant leadership mindset. So I followed that. That's so important, that, and I took the exam. It was easy on that. Yeah, and there were some three drag and drop question came. And my last question was, I won't forget it always. The 180th question was a pictorial question for me. It came with the power grid matrix for the stakeholder management. They asked what is, there was a very lengthy statement. I cannot quickly recollect, but they were asking the call center people fall under which power grid matrix in this, whether they are low or low high. That is my last question. When I selected, the time was almost at the last, and I submitted my question. So there is one pictorial question came, and drag and drop 2 or 3 I attended, and no maths, no maths today.
So your exam actually had everything that the PMP exam offers. So in that way, it was a good exam, right?
Mhm,
Like
yeah.
everything it can have. Which area was mostly targeted in the exam?
Hybrid and agile was more targeted. Predictive was very less actually. Today, hybrid, agile, everywhere. These are the two major areas which I have identified. So predictive was very minimal today. More on the agile and hybrid was.
Really was less. If I put it in this way, that hybrid, like the questions, first of all, before you share anything, Vignesh, remember you cannot share the exact question. This is against PMI codes of
Yeah.
ethics. So you can share context. So the questions were like this: your team is moving from here to there, from predictive to agile, like that.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So when the company is transforming from agile to predictive to agile, then how, as a agile coach or agile leader, how you will handle handle the situation. Such kind of question came, and from the agile directly there were some certain questions like the marketing director wants to see the yearly product in the market, and how as a agile how it can be reached using, so some kind of I'm not going detail into the question, but such kind of a structured question with respect to agile and hybrid came. I can say very few of a predictive has come. I can say 5% or 10, maximum 10%. I can say that's it.
So maximum 10%. Okay, that's a good thing to know. So which, if we talk about the 13 processes, the 13 topics that I divided, that I took the process, people, business, environment, and I have divided into my own 13 topics. So which topic
Yes.
was more highlighted? Team,
Yes. Team is the most dominated today. I can say
team.
team is the most dominated. Yeah.
So Jafar, who cleared PMP few days back. So he's saying that congratulations, Vignesh. It's a nice experience watching success journey after clearing PMP. So while he was also watching all the journeys while he was becoming PMP. So once you become the PMP, it's become more interesting. Okay. So you did. So team after team, which topic?
After team, the process were more questions were there, and that business environment questions were also there. So majorly, I can say the team is more. Then comes the process where most of the questions from the risk management, issue logs, and also like from the cost baseline, all these questions have come, and so these are some of the questions which I can immediately remember at this point of time. But yes, as answering to your question, the majority came from the team side. So stakeholder, everywhere there some most of the question which I seen, I can easily feel that stakeholder has come. Every question stakeholder was there.
So team, stakeholder, communication.
Communication. Yes.
These were three most dominated area in your exam, right?
Yes. Right. Absolutely. Every question was a stakeholder, how they communicated, how the team discussed. These are the complete area which it was completely circulating in this exam. I can feel it. Yes.
Okay, okay. What about risk? How much the risk was there?
Risk, I can say there are some five questions or maximum. I won't say more than five to six questions that has come, and also in the issue log there were some five related questions has come. And apart from that, the very less on the scope baseline and the cost baseline. So risk, I have faced some five questions.
What about procurement?
Okay, procurement. There was some. I can say like there are some three to four. I can say four questions has come from the procurement side directly. It was almost a straightforward questions related to in which area of this procurement process you will handle this particular step and other things. There were some. I can say four questions to five questions has come. Okay.
Okay,
Quality, I will say two to three. That's the maximum I have seen from the area. Quality was less, procurement was four, risk and issue log was many, and stakeholder and communications were more. Actually, stakeholder and communications were more. Most of the questions are related to the status review, how the information will be shared with the stakeholders, what need to be updated because the stakeholder is not happy. Like this, yeah.
okay, okay. Any compliance questions?
Compliance questions was there was some two. If I remember, there were some two compliance questions, as two or three compliance questions has come immediately to my mind. Yes, there were some three or four compliance questions I quickly handled. That too in the last 60, I can easily remember that there were some three to four or five questions has come with related to the compliance. Yes, three to
Okay,
five, I can say.
okay, okay. That's a good thing to understand how the things are have occurred in your exam. So many people are saying congratulations, Kamal, Abdul Alim. So guys, if you have any question, this guy cleared PMP today. He cleared it today. So if you have any question regarding the exam, you can ask. Okay, I am also asking from your behalf, but if you have any specific question, you can ask it. Any question regarding critical path method?
Critical path method, one or two questions came, but it is not about the precedence diagram. It is about that's what, like, this is part of the predictive. There are some two questions, but no precedence diagram has come, no network diagram or no precedence diagram has come, no
Yeah,
calculation
so
diagram.
no calculation as per se.
No,
If
no
we put
calculation,
it in,
no
if
calculation.
we put that in the context. Any
Yeah,
formula
even
question?
no formula question, but there were some CPI, SPI. So I recommend the team to be very clear on the topic of CPI and SPI,
Vignesh,
because there were
Vignesh,
some question, no calculation.
I am very curious. I am very curious. I am trying and stopping again and again. I want to see the posters behind you. So can you get away from the screen and let me see the posters? Yeah, the pain you feel today is the strength you feel tomorrow. Okay? Don't stop until it hurts. Stop then. Yeah, you believe you can and believe you don't can. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you. I was trying to read them and actually don't stop until it hurts. Okay, okay. So I was trying to read them and I was not. You see, I'm a big fan of all these things. I have kind of put it there. You see my own posters. So I was trying to read them. They were very colorful. Okay, Kamal Singh is asking questions on. Did you? Yeah, thank you, Kamal, for adding that. What about change control? I heard that topic is becoming again important.
Yes, there was one interesting question on the change control regarding the drag and drop I attended today. So actually, it was like the complete sequence of the change control process. Step one, step two, step three, step four, step five. How they jumbled these steps of the change control and they put it and said that please align on the sequence how you do a change control process. Like for example, log the change log, then what you do next, next till the last. There was one interesting drag and drop question in related to the change control, and it is very important actually, because some questions came related to the change control board, and change request, change logs. There were certain questions, and one of the question which I still remember is drag and drop question, the complete
Okay.
sequence of how the change has happened.
So you must, in summary, you must know change control procedures, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because that's one of the in our mock what you have given both in your Udemy mock and also in the prep, because many questions came in the change control. So it was really clear for
So you
me
must
how the sequence.
you must know change controls thing. Okay.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
MBTI. Any question on MBTI? Myers Bridge.
Uh, no, there is no question on MBTI.
There is no
No
question on
question on
MBTI.
MBTI.
No
Tuckman
question
ladder
on
came.
MBTI.
Very important.
Tuckman,
Some
of
few
course.
questions.
Tuckman ladder has to come. Tuckman ladder is always there. Okay, okay.
Always this. Yeah.
Always. Okay, Vignesh. So, what is your final advice to all PMP aspirant?
Okay. I can say like follow your roadmap. Keep a track, keep a consistent move on your training, coaching. Start doing a lot of mocks, because that is quite important for I felt for my from my personal experience in this 2 months, because I was having this PMP dream from the beginning of the year, and I could not even read one page. I bought this book. I could not even read one page in this, but I just followed your document. That's it. I didn't even touch any books. I followed your document, the PPT which you used to present during your coaching classes, then all those mind maps what you did. And also I requested the team members to watch all the journey videos starting from fundamentals till the end of the closure of the project from Amir sir, and start doing more and more mocks. See, mocks, sorry, not mocks, mocks. Because sometimes first time when you're doing the mock, you will feel little bit bored or sometimes nervous, but don't worry about it. Go start giving more and more and more marks. That will really help for the time and management, because sir, as you said, like time management is one of the important factor for the PMP. Okay, so to manage the time you need to do the full mark.
So,
That's it.
how did you manage that time?
uh,
How
how today?
how did you
Okay,
how did you manage the time? How did you, how did you manage the time?
okay. So today in the exam, I did the same breakup of things. So 80 minutes for the first 60. Then I took one break, but what I did is when I went to the break, I was a little impatient. I want to do again the 60 because, but just since you said to take one break, I went. Just I was out, had some water, went to the washroom, came back, and then I could not stand out more than 5 minutes because I want to take the next 60. I want to see how it is. So again, I went in. Then I started doing the 60. So 80 minutes, 60 questions. Then again, I came back. Slowly, I start feeling little bit hunger because I started from my home in the morning 6:30 because my exam was at 8 o'clock. So I didn't have much of my breakfast. So I went again, took some chocolates, what you said, and I carried some chocolates I was taking, then had some water. Then I went in 70 minutes. I took to complete the 60, but I did one mistake because the last 10, when I came to that last 45 or 50th question, I took some time to little bit spend more on this drag and drop question. So I was little bit tricky in the last situation, but fortunately, when I clicked on my 80th question, it was just 1 minute. So I did it actually. So I clicked it. So, but I suggested the team to little bit more optimize your time, particularly on the last 60. That will really help you to be more comfortable when you are closing your exam. Because for me, the last 10, I was little bit started wobbling and I lost some patience. But fortunately, as Amir sir said, read the last line, go eliminate. So I started doing that. Finally, when I clicked that last 180 question, it was 1 minute. That's it over. I didn't do any review. I didn't do any revisions at all. That's it.
So that was good. The happiness, you know, the happiness you get when you click that the last minute and you get congratulations. That is priceless. That is something priceless. I know that from
That
my context. I still remember like when I did it and I was actually kind of crying. My PMP, I was crying for like 15 minutes. I was the I needed to catch a taxi and taxi was like 15-minute walk and all 15 minutes kind of I was crying. So that is for everyone that is unique. That is unique. Okay, Vignesh, with that, thank you very much uh, for choosing us. And you know, each one teach one. There are a lot of people in your batch 12. Although batch 12 has done another thing, they are doing it awesome. But you need to teach batch 12. Then you need to write down
yes,
PMP question for us. You know, all those questions that we are sharing actually PMP students have made those questions. That's why they are so relevant.
okay,
And finally,
yeah,
Vignesh worked very hard. Even I
yeah. Thank you,
remember
sir.
last night I kind of ordered you to sleep because your eyes were having pain.
Yes,
So my heart goes with you.
yes.
And one more thing before I
Thank you.
end this journey, thank you, Ram. Ram basically shared your contact and you came through him. Ram shared 3% to me. I guess Chakra, Santosh, and you. All three with three above target. So it make me proud when my students shared me their fellow being and they cleared with all above target. So Vignesh, enjoy,
Actually, sir, I just
celebrate.
want to, yeah. Yeah. Actually, one point I need to add, sir, at the last end. Okay, because since you brought Ram, that's I also need to thank these three people along with my journey. That one is Ram because he's the one. He told me that please join. You will clear the PMP. That's I need to first thank him. Second, Vel Kumar. He was really really a good brother for me who is saying please follow Amir sir's note. This that. So he was also giving me a good support, encouragement whenever you are when you are busy or something. And Chakrada, he's my teammate. Actually, we are in the same organization. So even the last day, he said, "Don't worry, you will do it. You will do it." That's that kind of. So I want to also additionally thank these three people for my in this journey. So thanks to everyone. Thank you, and thanks to you for building a very good team. That's because of you. You built the big team, good team. They supported each other. Otherwise, it would have not happened.
Vignesh, that's what I say. Each one teach one. Each one,
Yeah.
teach one. In this way, if we can do that, and then we can build better projects. When we build better projects, we build a better
Yeah.
world. Thank you, Vignesh, and
Thank you, sir.
enjoy Savor after PMP Live. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye bye, sir. Thank you.